Okay, we have the last two ones. The last two ones coming up. Hungarian floater. What? Oh, second Euclid. I think it's a second Euclid, if I recall correctly. SCP-1308 is to be held in a modified standard enclosure on Bio Research Site 21. How long was I reading? Is it nearly 3 hours now? Yeah. Oh my god. Damn. Is to be held in a modified standard enclosure on Bio Research Site 21, such as that the door mechanism, the main ventilation mechanism, and any aperture wider than 25 millimeters in two perpendicular directions are to be covered with a steel mesh coated with a thin layer at least 0.8 millimeter thick. Any personnel entering the enclosure are to wear level B hazardous materials protective equipment modified by attaching strips of tin foil no smaller than 100 times 25 millimeter to the surface, no further than 50 millimeters apart. To ensure personnel safety in case of damage to the suit, a layer of tin foil protecting the head and neck is to be worn under specified protective clothing while inside the enclosure during times of significant risk of an SCP-1308 containment breach. Note: aluminium foil is not an acceptable substitute for tin in this case, researcher Eisenberg. All personnel entering the enclosure are to be equipped with a standard issue electroshock weapon. Listen, the title is a Hungarian floater. You guys are throwing me for a loop here. I gotta be honest. So far, your special containment procedure description is really making me wonder what the hell this shit is. Personnel are to be reminded that due to lack of discernible vital organs, gunfire is of limited effectiveness. What is gunfire? Hazard suits? Electroshock weapons? What is happening? Against instances of SCP-1308 for longer incapacitation for capture or research, portable pressurized sprayer units with chloroform solution are to be used. Chloroform is what is happening? These are to be issued to any level 1 personnel with SCP-1308 clearance that have undergone appropriate training. The enclosure of SCP-1308 is to be kept at a temperature of 28 degrees Celsius and relative humidity of 47%. Once per 10 days, one human cadaver within 4 hours of exodus, one live pig of mass CCA 50 kg per specimen is to be introduced into SCP-1308's enclosure. 2 days after each feeding, the cell is to be cleaned of residue. No more than 3 instances of SCP-1308 are to be stored in a single enclosure. Newly captured SCP-1308 specimens are to be examined for deviation in body makeup and classified as per document 1308-C, implanted with a positioning and identification chip and internated in an enclosure as appropriate. SCP-1308 refers to several instances of an organism resembling an ambulatory sheet of human skin of CCA 1 times 3 meter size, capable of floating through currently unknown means. The size of the captured specimens varies within 15% of the set limit, with the exception of one instance which is only 1.8 times 0.9 meter in size. Thickness has been shown to vary throughout each specimen between 2 to 50 millimeter depending on presence of additional organs or subcutaneous fat deposits. And the mean says, examination has shown the presence of several cavities filled with hydrogen gas roughly 20 times 150 times 5 millimeter in size at roughly 200 millimeter spacing in the captive specimens. However, the volume of hydrogen gas present isn't sufficient to explain the low density of SCP-1308, and current hypothesis considers these to be vibration sensing organs. The upper surface of SCP-1308 specimens resemble human skins, including features such as body hair, birthmark, and occasional patches of keratin. The lower surface is smooth and certain number of modified sweat glands capable of excretion of dashron is a translucent yellow liquid of composition resembling blood plasma. God, what did I just read? So, resembling an ambulatory sheet of human... So wait, ambulatory sheet is like, isn't that like the aluminium sheet? What? I'm pretty sure if I give this in, it's not gonna look Yeah, I mean, that's, human skin, yeah. Okay, I don't know what an ambulatory sheet is. Below the skin, SCP-1308 contains 2 layers of perpendicularly oriented muscular fibers, an antipose layer. Is it just human skin? That's basically it? I'm a bit confused, like, I'll be honest. And an antipose layer and occasional segments of reinforcing cartilage. The tissues of SCP-1308 contain a large number of capillaries leading from the surface, apparently responsible for gas exchange towards the central mass. The blood circulation is ensured by means of a pattern of involuntary muscle contractions. Large-scale muscular contractions are used as means of propulsion, and the musculature of SCP-1308 has been shown capable of exerting forces upon upwards of 600 newtons. SCP-1308 has a decentralized nervous system composed of a grid of ganglia CCA, 5 mm diameter, irregularly located with a density of CCA 25 per square meters, connected by axon strands. DNA testing on cells harvested from SCP-1308 instances confirmed to be human in origin. SCP-1308 appears to be sentient and seems to prefer secluded areas such as abandoned buildings, the vicinity of waste disposal facilities or maintenance facilities. However, a single specimen of redacted. When inactive, SCP-1308 will usually adhere to a wall or another structure, seemingly preferring heights of 2.5 meters and above. Through a specific pattern of muscular contractions combined with the folding of its body, SCP-1308 is capable of emitting melodic sounds as well as replicating sounds from the environment, including human speech with varying intensity. It is suspected that the shaped keratinous platelets on the surface play a significant role in such emission by acting as vibration nodes. Property plays a role in luring potential victims. However, SCP-1308 specimens tend to vocalize at apparently random times, even during or after feeding. If a human being approaches an SCP-1308 instance, it will attempt to envelop and restrain them, and force a significant part of its surface under the clothing, such that it is in contact with bare skin. Subsequently, the glands on the surface of SCP-1308 will excrete -1. -1 rapidly penetrates human skin, and within 3 minutes of application causes permanent dissociation of intercellular bonds in animal tissue up to depth of CCA 1 millimeter. The lower surface of SCP-1308 has been shown to be resistant to this effect, while the upper is not. Once this has taken place, SCP-1308 will proceed to slowly absorb the tissue and reintegrate it into its body mass through unknown means, a process which has been observed to take between 3 to 7 hours. Once the absorption is complete, SCP-1308 will release its victim and float away. Archival records and testing has shown encounters with SCP-1308 to have a survival rate of roughly 80%, out of which most deaths were caused by secondary infection following large-scale skin loss, suffocation, or circulatory failure due to constriction or shock. Thorough cleaning of the wounds using physiologic solution followed by prophylactic levomycin treatment has been shown to aid recovery. If large-scale areas are affected, skin grafting is recommended. SCP-1308's instances show intense reluctance of coming into contact with metallic tin and certain tin compounds. The cause seems related to -1 being an effective catalyst in the process of tin oxidation. Recovery log. SCP-1308 first came to the attention of the Foundation in Hungary on 1995, following the hospitalization of Janos B., a maintenance employee at the heat plant. Following his interview by a hospital psychiatrist and the unusual nature of his injury, a Foundation liaison interviewed him posing as a Ministry of Agriculture Special Committee worker. See Addendum 1 for interview. A plan of approach was drafted based on his testimony. An instance of SCP-1308 was successfully captured in the maintenance tunnel. JB was treated with amnestics, and the hospital's records were altered to record the injury as self-inflicted following a psychotic episode. To date, 5 more instances have been contained. So if I understand this correctly, it's some weird skin, like some sentient skin, that will attach itself to you, and then just like kind of like force itself onto your skin, and then just I think absorb something or like take something, and then just come off and then float away. And that's why it's called Hungarian floater, because it was maybe found in Hungary, and the fact that the skin just floats away to find its next victim. I guess I think I missed a bunch of like extra information that I read, and I'm just like confuzzled. Okay, subsequently, Janus B maintains employee of the he planned. Researcher F posing as a member of special committee of the Hungarian Ministry of Agriculture. JB was brought to the state hospital by his colleague Bella, who found him on one of the maintenance rooms. He was hospitalized immediately due to the head injury, extensive loss of skin tissue on his back, chest, and right arm. Yeah, so it seems to just rip skin off of the victim, right? Infection and fever. Upon admission, his blood alcohol content was CCA 0.5 per mile. JB claims of being assaulted by a skin bed sheet, coupled with the unusual nature of his injury, prompted the Foundation investigation. So yeah, okay. I think I'm starting to understand now. It's like this weird sheet of skin that just like attaches itself to you and just. But does it take? Yeah. It sort of absorbed the tissue. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it absorbed the tissue. So it literally is just taking skin away from you. It's just absorbing your own skin and it flies away. Bella brought in the bottle. Pass it before the doctor comes. Excuse me, Dr. Istvan Varga, trustee of the Ministry of Agriculture. Doctor? Agriculture? Do I look like a bull? Sorry, it was a joke. Who are you looking for? You are some Janos B. Born 1965 in Szeged? Yes, that's me, but what the hell? Sorry, I'm here because of what you told the doctor when they took you in. See? Really? Fuck. He was saying he'd give me a calming shot. So, but agriculture? Your case isn't the first, Mr. B. What you encounter appears to be an invasive species of constrictor snake, accidentally imported from Uzbekistan. We just need to confirm some details before I can properly report and dealt with. Snake? It looked nothing like a fucking snake. It was, I don't know, like a skin, live skin. Like on my arm, hell, it even had hair, and was flying. It can flow for short distances. It's a relatively rare species, but just has better living conditions on our geography. A lot like rabbits in Australia, but regardless, your colleagues told us he found you lying in the maintenance hall. Can you tell me what happened? That was this guy, researcher F. He's not selling the lie at all. It's like it's a snake. It's like, yeah, really? This weird floating skin thing that just attaches itself to your back or to your arm is a snake? It was Tuesday, I think. I was doing 2 shifts, one for Gregory, or Gergely. Happened about an hour through the second one. Not sure. I went to take a leak. Then, what did I... Right, see, I thought I heard the radio. Thought Bella left it on or something. I didn't notice before. Fuck, I thought he was gonna waste all the battery, so I went to look for it. Thought I heard it from one of the storage rooms. See, we went there for a smoke sometimes. It was odd too, sounded like, I think I heard it once on television in some movie. Possible. Carry on, what happened when you entered? I went in. Wait, no, I ran in. See, I was walking through the hall and suddenly the music stopped and I thought I heard a voice. So I grabbed a wrench and ran in. See, we had a trespasser before. The gate guard is rather old and he likes to bottle. We've had a few problems with him. What problem? Hobos, the fucks. Fuck them. Like through winter, but all the time. Some sneak in and sleep and make a fucking mess. So you went in. What happened? At first nothing. I opened the door, nobody there. Went in, then... Fuck. I heard the shriek from behind and above. I turned this thing, like I said, like a carpet or bedsheet. But it was floating in air, curled up like... A bit of it was like a tube, and... The music started again. And went at me. Fast running, like a cat running. I froze. Then got my shit together, tried to hit it with the wrench, didn't help. Did the hit damage it anyway? Oh, that it did. See, I got a pretty strong arm. The wrench tore a hole in it, sprayed something out too, but it didn't care. See, the thing sort of flexed around my arm, and then went up. It was warm and it felt like being licked by a dog, but it held my arm really tight. I tried to yank it all out, but I fell. Then the thing began sliding up and up my sleeve. Like I said, it looked like a skin with hair. I think I saw a head or some such, but I don't know. Ugh, this whole description is kind of disgusting. And it wrapped around what it could, tore through my shirt, didn't make with the belt. Fuck. Thank the Virgin Mary. Hell. Fuck, thank the Virgin Mary. Hell. Because then, see, once they had me wrapped, this guy, his talking is so... it's so hard to read. I understand he's supposed to, like, his English is not supposed to be good. But goddamn, is this a difficult way to read. Once you had me wrapped tight, it began doing something. It started slow, but then it burned like when you're chopping pepperons and touch your eye or dick or some. Fuck. And it wouldn't let go. I tried to move, got to budge a bit, but it wrapped again, tighter. And I think a part of it was humming again. But it might just be my head. Hell, I don't remember how long I was there. What do you recall next? When it finally let me go, floated off, quite quick. I tried getting up. My legs, arms all fell asleep. Took me ages just to get moving again. I ran into the main maintenance hall, wanted to get the telephone, call someone. I think I tripped or something. The next thing I recall was Bella spraying and slapping me. Must have been his shift or what. He took me to the hospital, thought I heard my head talking about this. That be all. Thank you. Please take this pill. It's the antivenom. The poison of his snake species is rather subversive, causes hallucinations at first, and if left untreated, liver damage after a few days. Thanks. Fuck. The doctors didn't know about that. JP was administered Class A amnesty. Yeah. The injury being explained to him as extreme burns following a boiler accident. The hospital staff were informed his injury was self-inflicted, and they, as well as his testimony, resulted from delusions of his own skin attacking him. Okay. At first I was a bit confused. I will be honest. I was very confused at first. I was like, what am I supposed to read? But now that interview definitely helped a little bit with the idea of what it is.